Hello friends and greetings for the day. Welcome back to another tutorial on ISTQB Advance Test Analyst. We are in chapter 3 and looking at 3.3 experience-based techniques. The new technique today we will be understanding is about checklist-based testing. Again, we have spoken about this in the previous tutorial and foundation. Check up the code which will take you to the basics of the checklist-based testing, and then you can come back here. But most of the things are similar, so we are not having it at K3. It's just about understanding, so you need to understand what is checklist-based testing all about. So just quickly recalling, when we talk about checklist is a document which is an organization level document and created based on the product which you are creating, and based on that it will be basically a questionnaire which will have the list of possible questions which need to be asked towards the application, and make sure that you answer that if it is done or not. So say for example, when creating the test cases, you generally try to create a checklist which is prepared in terms of like all the scenarios have been identified, or all the possible scenarios have been broken down into simpler forms, or how you're trying to cover it, whether this particular number of test cases have been defined, which is going to determine the quality, or also possible that you can define in terms of coverage, that what coverage are you achieving by which technique, or what test cases and so on. So checklist based testing is a technique altogether. If you make use of your checklist to determine your testing, or your testing is driven by the checklist which is written by the organization, is what you call it as checklist based testing. And that's one of the experience based techniques, because the team requires domain understanding and of course experience about testing such similar product or the product for a long time, which makes them familiar to understand the behavior of the product, behavior of the application, and be aware about what are the expectations of the product from the users, so that when they turn out to validate the checklist, they also understand the side effects of any particular functionality. So it's more important to know what are the criteria and what cases checklist basis applied. Generally, when your requirements are not formally documented or you're running under time, then you go ahead with experience-based techniques, and the similar thing is being applied to the checklist-based technique prerequisites as well. So you must have a team of experienced members who will be testing the product, and then they will be making use of the checklist which is created. It is crucial for the test analyst to understand that what would be the questions on the checklist, and it is important for the test analyst to understand and update the checklist depending on the progress of the organization as well. So though your checklist is an organization level document, but it does not mean that, just like a policy, it doesn't change for a longer period of duration. As your product increments or your product is being updated from time to time, the checklist must be updated for every single release. In terms of product I'm talking about, which has yearly releases. If you are using checklist for a service-based organizations for different project, you will have different checklist, because each project would be of a different kind. So generally a checklist is experienced or seen in a product-based organization, because the product remains the same and basic testing requirements would also remain the same. So the checklist can be used as a standard piece of document to be used as reference for testing. So checklists are very important in terms of test analyst's responsibility to check and understand what is the product all about, to get the things done, and also share with the team members at any point if required. So this is what we have from the checklist based testing. That's all from this particular tutorial team. Should you have any query, feel free to comment below. I'll be there to assist you. Beyond this, if you we'll be looking at the next one, which we call it as exploratory based testing. So stay tuned for that. Keep exploring, keep understanding, and keep learning the context about the same. I'll be back with another tutorial soon. Thanks for watching the video, team. Happy learning.